Mars is littered with much more than 16,000 pounds of human trash. If and when individuals make our most memorable strides on the corroded soil of the red planet, we will be welcomed by something intimately acquainted, our own waste. In an article distributed in the discussion the previous fall, Kagri Killick, a postdoctoral exploration individual in mechanical technology at West Virginia College, determined that there were something like 15,694 pounds of trash left on Mars from past missions. We figured out how to leave flotsam and jetsam on a planet where we haven't been to yet, Killick tells Environmentalist. The number is somewhat fascinating. But before we begin, please subscribe to our YouTube channel for such amazing and informative videos. Tallying the trash on Mars. Killick concentrates on the most proficient method to follow the meanderers that people ship off the Moon and Mars. Which are the missions eventually answerable for the human flotsam and jetsam left on the divine bodies? He says Martian garbage ordinarily takes one of three structures. Deserted equipment. This trash spreads when the defensive module worked around a rocket is discarded as it lands. The arrival stuff can some of the time separate and travel. For instance, NASA's Persistence Mars Wanderer detected a piece of the warm cover from its drop stage standing up out of the Martian sand in June. An active spacecraft. There are 9 shuttle left over from past Mars missions: the Mars 3 lander, the Mars 6 lander, the Viking 1 lander, the Viking 2 lander, the Sojourner, the Beagle 2 lander, the Phoenix lander, the Sol Wanderer, and the Open Door Wanderer. Crashed spacecraft. Not all shuttle land securely and proceed to direct their missions. There are no less than 2 crashed rockets on Mars and 4 that lost contact with Earth prior to landing. Killick arrived at his number by working out the mass of all the space apparatus. People have sent off to Mars around 22,000 pounds and taking away the 6,306 pounds of presently dynamic rocket to concoct 15,694 pounds. The figure addresses mass, not weight, as an article's weight relies upon the gravity of the planet it regards itself as on. Further, it does exclude all the human waste on Mars, like orbiters or landing flotsam and jetsam. Here is a guide to make this more clear. Killick. The mass of the open door meanderer is 185 kilograms, roughly 408 pounds. The backshell and parachute are around 210 kilograms, roughly 463 pounds. The intensity safeguard is around 80 kilograms, around 176 pounds, and the lander is 348 kilograms, around 767 pounds. That comes to 1,406 pounds from only one space apparatus handling that was excluded from Killick's estimation. So the all-out mass of the space garbage is considerably more higher than 15,694 pounds, Killick says. For simply the latent rocket remembered for this number, Killick doesn't know garbage, waste, or junk is the best word. These may be preferable viewed as authentic relics over space garbage, he says. Perhaps one day mankind can visit their area and see the spearheading endeavors on the planetary investigation. Trashy entanglements. There is a sure emblematic load to the simple truth of human trash on Mars, yet does it really represent an issue? There are 2 potential difficulties that trash from past missions could introduce for future ones. One is contamination. On December 21st, Diligence stored its most memorable example tube loaded up with Martian soil to be gathered for concentrate on by a future mission, as NASA reported. The worry is that human trash might actually wind up in examples like these gathered by the meanderers. However, Killick says that this is an issue the researchers included have anticipated. All the space organizations are accomplishing other things than their best to decrease the gamble of defilement, he says. For the issue on the chance of the tainting on Mars, despite the fact that there is no quick concern. Tirelessness inspecting groups are reporting the trash and verifying whether it might represent a potential pollution hotspot for the example tubes. One more potential gamble is ensnarement from the disposed of section, plunge, landing, EDL, gear. These dispersed little flotsam and jetsam can go with Martian breezes and may snare to the robots, Killick makes sense of. This could have occurred with the bits of steadiness warm cover. It's an unexpected finding this year. My drop stage crashed around 2 kilometers away, the robot tweeted of the disclosure. Did this piece land here from that point onward, or was it unceremoniously passed up the breeze? Mars is littered with much more than 16,000 pounds of human trash. Nonetheless, Killick likewise takes note of that NASA has decided the gamble of such traps to be low. Generally speaking, Killick imagines that there is moderately little trash on Mars, allowed humankind's 50 years of investigation there. This isn't true on the Moon, where how much flotsam and jetsam is a lot higher. Then there's the situation of the space garbage circling the Earth. Space rubbish is an issue, Killick says. There are many justifications for why it is an issue. It is an issue in light of the fact that orbital garbage can crash into or harm other circling frameworks, including Global Space Station. Indeed, even little paint specks can harm a shuttle while going at these speeds, NASA says. Like the Martian garbage, orbital flotsam and jetsam for the most part comes from past missions and incorporates outdated rocket, discarded stages from send-off vehicles, and related materials. In one illustration of the devastation such garbage can cause, an outdated Russian rocket collided with a U.S. Iridium business space apparatus on February 10, 2009. The subsequent crash sent in excess of 2,300 bits of identifiable rubbish into orbit. More missions to Mars will presumably prompt more trash on that planet, in any case, notwithstanding the degree of the litter both close by the Earth. Killick is hopeful about our species' ability to gain from the past as we try to achieve the impossible. I feel that humanity won't do the very botch that we had accomplished for our planet, Earth, he says. Did you learn something new about the space that you didn't know before? We hope you did. So, if you're interested in learning more amazing news about, make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the bell icon to get notified by our new videos. Please like and share the video. Don't forget to comment down your views on this. Thanks for watching till the end.